Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is a kids' film this time from 2009, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Since another Spy Kids movie is coming out on Netflix this year, and that is Shorts. Yeah, The Adventures of the Wishing Rock. And I haven't seen this movie in years, so I think it's an underrated film. It's one of the few films he directed that doesn't have a full Spanish cast, so that's something different. It's 89 minutes long, PG. Let's get started. hmm I wanted to do a kids film that wasn't animated. Episode 0, The Blinkers. Two kids just staring at each other for like a few seconds. No deep plot here, just I saw this in the theater back in 2009 before I moved here, or close to it, and I'm like, I thought it was underrated. It's not terrible. I've seen way worse comedies than this from Robert Rodriguez. My mom wasn't crazy about it because she's like, "What's the plot?" It's a bunch of shorts connected, and there's a rock that they find that looks like a rainbow that could wish it could it could it could grant any wish. It's like a genie, except it's a wishing rock. They're still awake. Nobody can not blink for that long. I blink all the time. This movie still holds up. Yeah, it's funny. Yep, they're blinking now. Movie is not like Spy Kids where it has to have a stupid humor. It has dumb humor, but it's short, and it doesn't have god awful effects. Like in the first Spy Kids, I don't know what was going on. I was like, I know the kids are decent actors, but there's so much weird things in my face and so many celebrity cameos. It took me out of the movie. Here, it's not like that. It's a little bit more less weird and more grounded, which is more for my speed. That's why. And there was only one of these films, not four, and a fifth one coming. This is just the opening credits. Troublemaker Studios, indeed. Because We Can Be Heroes was decent. That was a so-called pseudo sequel to. This kid looks like Lincoln Loud. That's one of Robert Rodriguez's sons. That baby's like a teenager now. Yep. Germaphobes. That's Jake Short from Ant Farm and William H. Macy. That's how people were during COVID. Don't worry, I'm not bleeding. It's just black cherries. Yeah, the villain is James Spader. Yes, Ultron himself. There's Kat Dennings from the Thor movies. Gorgeous, by the way. Black Box. Yep, machines. Just like today, where machines take over people's lives. Mm-hmm. A machine that does everything. Yeah, that's like today. Again, 80s reference. I've fallen and I can't get up. Mm-hmm. This movie from one of the box office, it did all right. It wasn't funny. They just had to put Spanish in there because, again, the black box is like the box in Batman Forever. I didn't see Mutant Mayhem, Ethan. Sorry, it was sold out, so I had to see Jurassic Park. This also has John Cryer, yes, from Two and a Half Men and Superman 4. It's a good Lex Luthor though in the Supergirl TV show. See, don't screw with Ultron, guys. People hate that movie, and I don't get it because I'm like, it's not as good as the first one. But is it a terrible movie? No, I sat in the theater and I loved it. People just had expectations of it being The Empire Strikes Back, a star of. What do you think about the new Superman cartoon? I haven't seen. I saw clips of it. Yikes! Just get it done, whatever it takes. Wink, wink. That's a foreshadowing of Endgame. 10 years after this. I. Mm-hmm. A giant robot. That's Jimmy Bennett. Yeah, he's the main kid. This film is out of sequence, like Christopher Nolan tries to do. Of shorts. Get it? Rob Rodriguez film. I know who made this film. Not stupid. I like the premise. It's something different. It's not another Spy Kids movie or a knockoff like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Children's entertainment usually is random because kids can't follow a plot that's too complicated. His name was his name was Tony in the Daddy Daycare. He was the Flash. He was in the Flash costume. He brushes and he has braces. I never had braces. excuse, excuse me. Great white bite. Trust me, I know when I hate an actor in a movie. You guys saw my reaction yesterday to Olivia's voice, a star sapphire. This movie foreshadowed people being on the computers more than social interaction. I know. I'm sick of bullies. Even Avatar had bullies now. Kitty cat bully. Hey, look, it's an emo kid. He looks black, right? Yeah, and Helvetica, she's so cute. She steals the movie. I would say from James Spader because she's so cute. hmm She's that's named after a, a that's named after a font that you use when you typing a computer. She looks like Wednesday Adams. She's so cute. Yes, even emo kids have emotions too, guys. They're not aliens, you know. And I'm gonna stand by this. I think she's a more attractive girl now than Millie Bobby Brown. Well, because she's older than her. Yeah. The driver they do any more films now? Yes. There's a Spy Kids movie coming out on Netflix in September. I'm gonna see it. What can it do? What harm can it do to me? I did a bottom five already. Poor Jimmy Bennett. Plus, he puts a lot of diverse cast members in his movies, all of his films, starting way back in the '90s when he did El Mariachi, which I'm not seeing because it's subtitled, and I don't want to read subtitles that much in the fall coming up. They're still staring at each other. I a, a, a lot of these a lot of these directors, when they're a certain race, they put a bunch of their race in the movie just to have favoritism. Wasp, because that's what happened. Robert Rodriguez is Mexican, so he has to put Mexicans in all of his films. Nolan is British; he has to put Brits in his films or Welsh people. Denis Villeneuve is French; he has to put at least one French person or Canadian. It's favoritism, guys. I didn't do that. I directed a play, and there wasn't one Spanish person in it. See, I don't play favorites. I get the right people for the right job because it's not about skin color or what looks like you. It's about the best person for the right job. That's what it should be about. Because if everything is color coded, why aren't movies making money anymore? Because it's forced. Back in 2009, it was not. It was not black. You know, like it says in the no, it's not being racist. I'm saying that's Borat. Not black. Oh, not Rages. I remember those. I miss those. They discontinued it. It's not a masterpiece. This movie, I never said it was, but is it? It's one of Robert Rodriguez's better kids films because a lot of his kids films are not good. Sorry, your kids. Back in 2018, that's when diversity has to be in everything. No, they forced it because now we have black people in period pieces that they don't belong in. What are black people doing in freaking Lord of the Rings when that was like medieval times? I'm like, because they have to force it, or in the Wheel of Time, or in House of the Dragons, you're forcing it. Game of Thrones did not have a very diverse cast. It was mostly a bunch of white British people getting naked and being violent. That's what the whole show was about. Whoopee. I could see Lord of the Rings for that. And it doesn't have to force diversity down your face. The Peter Jackson movies. When they did One Ring of Power, they said, oh, look, we have a black sorcerer because reasons. We have a Spanish sorcerer because reasons. I'm sick of it. I don't need diversity in everything. Sometimes it's good to just leave things the way they are. You don't have to color code and be politically correct. That's why Disney failed this year and why they're going to fail next year if they keep this up. Because Snow White is not even white anymore. She has to be a cute Spanish girl that looks nothing like Snow White. If she was the girl from Encanto, it would make sense. Or if she was in Coco, that would make sense. But no. Again, everything has to be color coded, and I don't get that. Not everything. I don't think it does. He fell out of a tree. He should have been much more hurt than that. The Wishing Rock. Like you made the genie a black guy. You went from Robin Williams to Dan Castellaneta and then Will Smith. No. And I don't hate Will Smith. It's just that it was miscasting. Not everything needs to be that way. Look, uh, nanobots in a way. Yeah, they forced it in everything. I don't need a gay man in a freaking Paramount Plus show or movie. It's not needed. It's just not. I'm not gay. I've been saying that since forever. I know what I'm into. I know how heterosexual I am. There's no such thing as asexual. That's stupid. Only plants and certain animals can be asexual, not humans. So suck it. You groups that don't make any freaking sense. What's next? I'm H-sexual. No. Hetero. Say straight. I like girls. I'm not weird like that either. Yeah, those are nanobots like Jimmy Neutron. It's like Mitchell versus Machines. Remember that movie where everybody is on a piece of technology instead of being normal, and the lead girl is queer for some reason, and it doesn't never comes up again. Yeah, she doesn't have a boyfriend because reasons. Because again, Netflix had to pander. But again, one day they're gonna get theirs. At least this is not a Judd Apatow movie where it's almost 2 hours. Yeah, this is only 89 minutes long, under 90 minutes. She has beautiful dark hair. My brother was almost 40 when he moved out of here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. He lived with my parents for over 3 decades. He should have been out on his own when he was like 21. But hey, it is what it is. I'm still living with my parents, but at least I have a home. It's better to have a home and a roof over your head than be in the street like a dog, like a stray dog. Yeah, so Ninja Turtles, I'll try to watch it on streaming in September because I didn't get to watch it in the theater. It was sold out. I went to the theater last Sunday for National Cinema Day, and the theater was so packed that 3 movies were sold out: Barbie, Blue Beetle, and Ninja Turtles. So what else I had to see? Jurassic Park. I'm like, okay, I'll see it again, but never again. 3D, I hate 3D. That movie did not need to be in 3D. It's post converted 3D, and I'm like, I hate wearing glasses when I'm watching a movie. I don't wear glasses. Now that's a dinner. I get the message of the movie about consumerism. I get it. How machines are taking over people's lives. Hey, during the pandemic, those are the only things that we could touch that were not going to give us COVID. Computers, tablets, phones, a TV, a smart TV, an iPod, something. Spader is so good. Like his voice as Ultron was amazing. I don't care what anybody says. He wasn't boring like the cast of Eternals. Hey, oh, that's awesome. I wish I had nanobots to clean my room. I'll do it later though. Lagoon Nebula. Hmm. Hmm. Looks amazing. Don't cut the cheese. At least this message about consumerism is not beating. No, it's not. It's not beating us over the head because nowadays, every movie or show has have people on their phones or tablets or whatever. You have kids playing with tablets when they're under 10 years old. I didn't use a tablet until I was in my 30s. I'm dead serious. I didn't have a tablet until like 2000 like 19. Yeah, that's when I first had a tablet. I used my mom's tablet for a while, but I finally got one a few years ago. Kids, yeah, they're turning kids into robots. It's our EA Sports uh poster. Yeah, I don't play EA. EA, all they want is money. They don't care about the consumer. We're 20 minutes in, 23 minutes. They are the nanobots, just little alien nanobots instead of robots. The CG is fine. It's not distracting. In Spy Kids, it was too weird to have dumb people and all that is ridiculous. It's like I don't know what he was what drugs he was on when he created that. So he took his gelled up hair. Nowadays, a message has to be beaten over your head until you get sick of it. Don't talk. Don't text and drive, guys. It's not good. Me too. You saw he's flying. I don't need a lesson in every movie like beating over my head about feminism or gender politics because there are no gender politics here. Helvetica's the side character. That's why the kids that are not us from Stranger Things are not even going to Comic Con this year because again, Mhm. Eye protection is very important. High School Musical was already over by 2009. It didn't have rock music like that. Oh, right in the face. Wait, what happened? This computer's always doing that. The computer's always blacking out. She's gonna eat the fish. No animals were harmed in this movie. Don't worry, guys. He speared her out the window. These kids are so cute. There's chaos in the school, just like a lot of our Rodriguez's films, like in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Except that movie was just weird. It was weird. It made no sense, and it was just terrible. Like I don't know, terribly written. Just because it's for kids doesn't mean it needs to be dumb. This is more like Diary of a Wimpy Kid than Spy Kids. It's also a cartoon. If Shorts was made in 2023, then it would have been preachy. Yeah, it would have been. Helvetica would have been a feminist, and she would have said boys suck. And again, I get it already. You saw he busted his arms and his neck, and so did Helvetica. They're nanobots. Nope, you got to make them detention zone. She uses her foot. Mm. I better feed her nice now, in her 20s. Yeah, her name is is something. Let me check. Of course she does. She's ugh. Yeah, Lucas, Trevor Gagnon, Laser, The Wishing Rock. Yeah, Jolie Veneer. Yeah, she has a French name. Exactly. People have. She's 25 years old now and gorgeous. Again, she's way more attractive than freaking Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown's not even 21 yet. Her birthday's in January, just like me. Her last film was in 2018. She did a bunch of shorts. So there's a rainbow in the sky, and it's not a gay reference. These kids are good actors too. I've seen terrible kid actors on the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon in the past 2 decades. What if doesn't matter? Dr. Dumbbutt? Yeah, there's some dumb dialogue, but again, kids movie. This is not winning awards, guys. Hmm. And there's unlimited wishes. It's not like a genie where it's got 3 wishes and you're done. Those are good. I wish they still made those, not outrageous. A pocket full of product placement. It's a rock. A fortune cookie. I wish this year was over. Then it'd be 2024, but we'll get to that in 4 months. Hmm. Dune got pushed, and I knew that was going to happen because I'm like, The Marvels needs to have an advantage because Barbie's been the only thing with girls making a lot of money this year. Like Killer. Starring a female character. Because all these other gender politic movies like Bottoms was a major flop. Booksmart, it was not. Critics loved it because it's progressive. Yeah. So being queer is progressive. Yeah. Suck it, critics. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's King Cobra snakes. Yeah. Not real because they would be dead. They have poison. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Yep, he snapped them. This kid's movie didn't throw in their for no. The kids are giving it their all. They're still good actors even to this day as adults. I bet Jolie is gorgeous now in person. Yeah, I would let somebody sign this. Why not? Any movie that I own, no matter if it's from 10 years ago, 20, 30, 40, or even from 100 years ago, if I can bring it to Comic Con and get it signed, it'd be awesome. Hey, look, it's La La Crocodile. The Crocs can stand on 2 feet. Get them, crocodiles. It still looks better than Killer Croc from Suicide Squad. Yeah, it actually looks like a crocodile, unlike that whatever the hell that was. I want BT. That was stupid, and they wonder why the DCU is dead now because they made stupid decision after stupid decision. A dinosaur, or actually, pteranodons were not. They were pterosaurs, not the dinosaurs. But that is awesome, though. Still looks better than Jurassic World. Hey. Mhm. Crocodiles can't climb. They don't have arms. They walk on fours. They don't do this. Yeah, get it? Telekinesis, psychic powers, like Jean Grey or Charles Xavier, that they could use their mind to move things. Jolie is more desirable than the hobo. Oh yeah, because she actually looks like a girl. I haven't seen her in a movie in years, but she has some stuff probably I can see online. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, it's got rude humor because it's a PG movie. There's no curse words. Start over. He still has the phone in his head. That's kind of creative, though. This movie does have this film does have some. It still does. It has some creativity. I mean, that's what one of the few things that Robert Rodriguez can still do. He can be creative every now and then. I think that's Robert Rodriguez's son. The baby can talk like a psychic. At least they don't have a CGI mouth moving. My sister used to look like that when she was a little baby. Yeah, they did. Hmm. Yeah, they tell it out of order, like Memento. Just like Memento for kids. That's not as incoherent though, and doesn't have a British guy pretending to be Jake Short. Yeah. Let me just lie down a little bit. I'm still here. I'm just gonna lie down. Yeah, germs, the things that brought COVID into this world. Germaphobes, I get it. I wash my hands every day. You shut the camera. I know. This movie is weird, but it's weird in a good way. People were covering their whole houses in plastic in 2020, in 2021. A decontamination room. Or COVID. Noseworthy. Big bad booger. Yeah, there's like a giant CGI booger creature. We're 44 minutes in. We're about halfway through the film. It goes by quick. It doesn't feel long and padded. Mhm. He's right about that. Trust me, I did that a lot. I this movie was kind of ahead of its time because 10 years later, everybody was a germaphobe. Like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. People just over reacted to COVID. I got it, and it wasn't because I touched somebody. It was because I touched a bottle on the floor. She's so beautiful, man. Video screens. He's right. And they do now. Ooh, there's the Boogumster. A one-eyed monster. People didn't leave their homes. In 2020, people stood in their homes. Wink, wink. Speaking of parasites, and this is still a better film than Venom. Why? Because it's not a stupid cartoon that's the wrong, tone. That should have been rated R. So the that's funny. When you make Spacey just see there's that line. No, no, no. They'll contaminate my house again. I live with a dog, so I know exactly what it's like. Germaphobes, I know. No. There goes the rock. And the booger monster ate it. Yep. I think the effects look fine. At least they're part of the plot. Ugh. The music sounds like Monster House a little bit. Unlike Spy Kids, all the time in the world, the movie doesn't have terrible effects. No, it's coherent mostly. It's out of order, out of sequence, but it's coherent. I know what's going on, and it's easy to follow. With the first Spy Kids, I don't know what was going on. Half the time there was just nonsensical things thrown in my face, and the effects were not good. It was weird. The second one at least was a little bit more fun. The first one and the third and fourth were awful. The new one can't hurt me anymore. After bad effects, what are you going to throw in my face? A gay Spy Kid? Yeah, right. Please, it's still a kid's movie. It's true. He's holding her. She has beautiful hair. I want to touch it. It looks like it's like Nickelodeon slime color. Oh, that's gross. There goes the kids running from a monster again. There was an IKEA truck there again. Oh, that's gross. Right in the mud. Is that a biohazard mission weapon? Hey, look, he's a Ghostbuster now. That's funny. He does like Ghostbusters. He got the booger inside of a whatever that was, a proton pack. Yeah, he's not vaping because again, nobody explodes going outside. Next story. Episode 3, the grown-ups. Yeah, the miscommunicators. This is still better than movie 43. That movie is an abomination. That movie, I wish it had a plot, but it doesn't. It's a bunch of bad shorts with dirty humor and stupid humor and gay humor. Because again, that's I think they think that's hilarious. It's not. It's gross. It's just dumb. Hold on. Let me shut this off. It's getting cold in here. And I don't need it anyway. I already got. Hmm. Hmm. Exactly. Hmm. Plus, this movie didn't have any gay agenda. Of course not. There's no gay characters in this movie. It's not needed. Spy on spy on your kids. Wink, wink. Again, that's what phones do now. I just need a phone to text my mom when I go out. I get the message of the movie about consumerism. Miscommunicate. Get it? Wink, wink. Again, we a lot of people have that online. You mean his psychic sister that like Raven that she talks with her mind? He is like Lincoln Loud, except not without white hair. Wink, wink. Foot size doesn't matter. Wink, wink. Yeah, there's some adult jokes here and there, but nothing that's going to hurt children. I don't want to be on a phone when I'm talking to somebody. Plus, the parents actually do something in this movie. They're not just cameos. Yeah, like, and they merge together. Hmm. That is an interesting idea. They're Siamese twins. The special effect looks pretty good for. It's a pretty decent effect for 2009. I've seen worse effects than this. This movie doesn't insult your kid's intelligence like a stupid movie like Nine Lives or something like that. You have to wish for it. It's charming. I like this film. It's not a masterpiece. It's not going to win Oscars for best original screenplay, but it does its job. It entertains. Ow! What? Tetica. She's trying to be like Wednesday Adams, from the Adams Family movies. You do this now, and you'll get arrested for bullying. Bullying is a crime now. You can't do it. Why didn't he just punch him and then run away? Right? Yeah, those are gross. Yep, you saw. It's a cartoon, guys. It's for kids. When they have sound effects, cartoon sound effects, and whoa and all that, again, kids movie. You're not going to get a Mario like in a movie like this. Cyberbullying is considered a crime. Yeah, I don't do that. If I don't like somebody, I say it and then I move on. Get it? Wink, wink. At least this movie has humans in it and not a bunch of CGI cats. And he turns into a robot at the end. Wink, wink. It's like Ultron, except it's at the very end. And the villain gets the rock, of course. The kids have like, very expressive faces. Something I miss in cinema now. Does it mean assault each other? Man, this 50 Shades Darker scene is just a lot darker than I thought. Oh, yep. Cartoon sound effects belong in a kids movie, not a PG-13 Batman movie like Batman and Robin. That was too much because it's supposed to be a lighthearted movie, but not a cartoon. Yep, he gets big ears. Helvetica. Yeah, she has her own theme music. She's too young to ride that. She has her own theme song. That's cool. Helvetica. Unlike Veruca Salt, she actually is not annoying. She's a developed character. Yeah, she can't drive. Yep, she got nice legs, especially now. She turns into a giant wasp at the end of the movie. Good stunt work. They really went through that window. It's like Timmy Turner with it. Yep, they split apart. That was a good one. Just like Timmy Turner and Fair the Odd Parents. Spike the Kool-Aid. No. Look at Helvetica. She's messed up. Mm-hmm. They are. Yeah, because nowadays in 2009, technology was starting to kick in. But once we got social media, yeah, everybody has to be online at the same time. Mm-hmm. They can stand together. Yeah. Now we get to the third act. Episode 5. Everyone in the end. Wink, wink. It's the same scene from earlier from when they go outside. There we go. He has his arms back. Good kid actors. They have to carry the film, and trust me, kids can't always carry a film, especially with bad writing. Ooh, she's so cute. She's the same age as my brother's wife. She's like in her mid-20s. The police, yeah. Black box police. And Spader he just nails it. Like when he plays a villain, he is good. I don't care what anybody says. Watch Mojo, you're wrong. He's one of the best villains that we've had compared to Phase 4 and 5 villains, especially with the Marvels coming out. He at least was memorable. He killed an Avenger. Did that's uh yeah, she wears black. She wears black like Wednesday Adams. He's a hawk. You should have just asked for angel wings. Yeah. Ultron, I remember. I don't remember the villain from like Thor, The Dark World, or Eternals. I don't know who the villain was. I didn't remember the villain from I hated the Evolutionary. He's gonna be in at Comic-Con. I don't want to meet him. I'd rather meet every woman. I'd rather meet every woman that's going to Comic-Con than him, except for the woman that played Doctor Who. I don't get some of the hate on Age of Ultron. No, because people are stupid. They think that because it's not the first movie, it's terrible. No, I wasn't expecting the first movie. I got more characters I liked, like Wanda. Curbside delivery again. Wink, wink. Foreshadowing. Yeah, like Disney. For another foreshadowing. He is on a pile of money because again, James Spader still gets work. Again, I get the message of Robert Rodriguez. Machines taking over. Cole. Piles of money doesn't last forever. Ask Disney. He turns into a giant robot. Those are good, man. An Oscar Reiner Wiener. I'm gonna have one of those on Labor Day because I need to eat something. 10. Hey, look, it's Roderick's brother, Redrick. I hadn't seen this movie in years. Why is he wearing a t-shirt with slashes on it? That's weird. Oh yeah. No, that's gross. I'm glad he didn't do that. He likes Kat Dennings again. I don't blame him. She's a cat. Look at those eyes and that sexy voice and that hair. World again. Ultron. Mm-hmm. This is when he becomes a robot. It's a nice foreshadowing. A lot of foreshadowing in this movie. See? You think I'm Iron Man? Don't compare me with Stark. And he cuts a guy's arm off. What is the villain in the Marvels going to do? She's going to yell in a British accent, and I don't care. I'm watching it for my 3 girls. That's it. If people say, "Oh, you're too simplistic," well, I want to watch it for the Marvels: Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Photon. That's it. I don't need anything else. I don't need a deep plot. And I don't need incels bothering me. So he's a robot, a black robot. Wasp. Etika. Helvetica. Hey, Luke had to. 35 hours without blinking? Oh my God. That's awesome. Yeah, the end of the movie is a big CGI fight, but at least there's people on screen. It's not just a bunch of green screen thrown in my face. Because nowadays, every ending of a movie is like this. And I'm going to say it right now, this ending is less chaotic than The Flash. Yeah, that's why this movie did better, because it had less to lose. That's cute. The baby's adorable. It's a fantasy comedy, again, not realistic at all. It made 29 million on a budget of 20 million. So it made kind of a small profit, I guess, if you count it, because it was a $20 million budget. I mean, the money's on the screen. It's not $200 million. 10 minutes left. About 10 minutes left. Don't worry. You'll be James Spader. You'll be a robot again a few years later. Germs. Yeah, those are not germs. That's hair gel. Yeah, again, people don't do that anymore because of COVID. Yeah, John, I'll take the fight scene at the end of the movie any day over the end fight scene in the Flash. Because in the end fight scene in the Flash, I'm like, when am I going to take my controller out and start controlling them? It was too chaotic. I love Batman and I love Slash and Supergirl, but they could have done it better. I mean, if the ending of Avengers, it was not. I'm sorry. There were better movies that came out after the Flash, including Meg 2, which was far better because it was shorter. It didn't waste time with jokes. It lasted 5 minutes, and it made money at the box office, especially worldwide. Over $300 million on a budget of 129. That's a hit. Worldwide, it's a hit, and that is good enough for me, despite the haters. They're all wet. They smile. They're cute. See, they're called showing emotion. A lot of kids do that in the Robert Rodriguez movies. They're not zombies. I don't like sand. Eco-friendly box. Green is the new black. Eco-friendly. Exactly. I wish for the Marvels to be successful so we could see more of that. That was a fun movie. And that was Shorts. The Adventures of the Wishing Rock. Fun movie. Not Robert Rodriguez's worst. I've seen way worse this year, especially. It wasn't boring. It was visually stimulating for kids. There's a post credit scene. Yeah, I forgot. The creatures going in the alien ship. Director of photography for Robert Rodriguez. I know. John Cryer. Here's the roll call. William H Macy as with a Ghostbuster cannon. Leslie Mann. Yeah, they know what movie they signed up for. There's James Spader with big ears. Jimmy Bennett, good actor. I like him. I saw him in a lot of stuff. There's Kat Dennings with her gorgeous eyes. Give me her over Catherine Langford every day. Jake Short and Devin Gearhart. I never. That's Robert Rodriguez's son, Rebel Rodriguez. So he's the kid on the side. And there's Helvetica, the one that steals this shit. Introducing Jolie Veneer. Yeah, this is her first film. Okay, that's it, right? Is there a scene at the end? I don't remember. No, it's over. Thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me because this movie I hadn't seen it in such a long time. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, it's not a great movie, but it's entertaining enough. It's like the first Dire. Great, but you know, something that I can watch, especially after having a rough year. But it's a fun movie. If you've never seen it, it's on streaming. You can find it easily, and I would recommend it if you've never watched it because it's cute. Was this a standalone movie? Yes, it was. Cinema Fan. One and done. See, you don't need to make this everything into a franchise. Sometimes it's better to just be self-contained. It worked for a lot of other movies in the past, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But thanks for watching, and I bid you farewell, guys. Peace. End.